Hello everybody, I'm Rene Ramos, Director of the Lynn and Lewis Wolfson II Florida Moving Image Archives, and this is Rewind, the show that looks back on Florida's past with historic film and video. It's time for another trip back into the past, so sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of Rewind.
This is E. Meade Wilson, National Executive Committeeman of the American Legion and Chairman of the Board of the 1955 American Legion Convention Corporation. We are talking to you from the Governor's office here in Tallahassee, and we'd like for you to know and meet our Legionnaire Governor, the Honorable Leroy Collins.
Thank you, Meade, and it's always good to see you, and it's always fine to have an opportunity to talk with you and other fellow Legionnaires, particularly about Legion problems and the future of our American Legion and its activities. And you know, comrades, what we in this state are thinking most about now is the great convention that we'll have in Miami, October the 10th to the 13th. And we want each one of you to start now making your plans to be here with us. Our Miami Legionnaires and our Legionnaires throughout Florida are making tremendous plans to make this the finest convention ever held in the history of our organization. And to do that, you know, we've got to really do some planning, and that is being done. Come to Florida October the 10th to 13th. It will be a fine convention, and as Governor, I want to cordially and warmly invite you to visit our state. We have a wonderful state here. It's a wonderful state in which to play, but it's a wonderful state in which to work, too, and a wonderful state in which to live. You'll enjoy your visit here, and we certainly will enjoy having you. Thank you, and we're looking forward to seeing you.
Each year, 3.5 million people visit Miami. They come by plane, train, bus, and the family buggy. Most of these are pleasure-seeking vacationers. But many others are business travelers and convention delegates. For Miami is both an important business center and one of the nation's leading convention cities. Entertaining visitors has always been Miami's #1 business activity, and no place in the world is better equipped for this purpose than this famous tropical vacation land. In metropolitan Miami is the world's greatest concentration of ultra-modern resort housing facilities. Accommodations are available to suit any budget. You may stay at a swanky oceanside hotel or private villa. Or perhaps you'd prefer a cozy motel with all the conveniences of home, plus a few special Miami touches. Many of Miami's motels have their own private swimming pools for your pleasure and convenience. If you're a convention delegate, you may prefer a downtown hotel, convenient to everything. The Flagler Street Shopping District, sightseeing attractions, and convention facilities. Bayfront Park Auditorium is just across the street from Hotel Row on Biscayne Boulevard. Conventions with less than 5,000 delegates find the auditorium's facilities unexcelled. The main auditorium can be partitioned off for simultaneous meetings of several smaller groups. Adjoining kitchen facilities offer excellent catering service for banquets with up to 3,000 guests. "15 minutes away from downtown Miami is huge Dinner Key Exposition Hall. Its main floor seats 12,000 persons, and the balcony an additional 3,000. There are private rooms for small conferences, and more than 100,000 square feet of exhibit space. The huge exposition hall is the site of such annual events as the General Motors Motorama, the Miami Industrial Exposition, nationally televised boxing bouts, horse shows, and a great variety of other major events. The hall is one of the few in the country spacious enough to accommodate such large conventions as those of the Shrine, Elks, and the American Legion. Surrounding the exposition hall are free parking facilities for more than 1,000 cars. Good restaurants are of prime importance to people away from home. Metropolitan Miami has more than 3,500 establishments licensed to serve food. Among these are many of the nation's finest restaurants. You have your choice of a great variety of excellent foods and delightful atmospheres. Prices are about the same as you would expect to pay at comparable restaurants back home. Miami's nightclubs and supper clubs feature outstanding floor shows with nationally famous stars and acts. In a sense, Miami's convention visitors also are vacationers. So, like a vacationer, you'll probably want to start your Miami visit with a shopping spree along Flagler Street, Miami's principal business thoroughfare. Gay shirts and colorful ensembles are considered musts for the wardrobe of most Miami visitors. Convention delegates and their families usually allow time to do a bit of sightseeing or try their luck fishing. The City Yacht Basin, adjacent to downtown Bayfront Park, is the home of Miami's famous deep-sea fishing fleet. More than 600 varieties of fish abound in Miami waters. The Gulf Stream is just offshore. Imagine being able to tell the boys back home about bringing in a whopper like this one. The Yacht Basin also is headquarters for numerous sightseeing boats. You can cruise among man-made residential islands in Biscayne Bay, or up the Miami River to quiet Indian villages. Here, Seminole families still live in much the same fashion as their ancestors did before the white man came to southeast Florida. Seminole braves wrestle alligators as a special entertainment feature. A short distance away from this primitive setting is fabulous Villa Vizcaya, former estate of the late farm machinery magnate James Deering. Vizcaya, with its 16th and 17th century art treasures and acres of formal Italian gardens, now serves as the Dade County Art Museum. Fashion shows frequently are arranged at Vizcaya to coincide with conventions. Miami ranks as one of the nation's leading style centers for cruise and resort wear. And fashion shows enjoy great popularity among its feminine visitors. Miami's sights offer many unusual contrasts. The University of Miami campus is a showplace of ultra-modern architecture. Across town is the oldest Christian edifice in the New World. This monastery was originally built by King Alfonso at Segovia, Spain in 1141, 350 years before Columbus's voyage of discovery. It was dismantled, shipped to the United States, and reassembled stone by stone in Miami, making it the most fantastic jigsaw puzzle in history. A visit to Hialeah Park Racetrack is well worthwhile, even if the horses aren't running. Hialeah's huge flock of flamingos draws more people to the track during the off-season than the horses do during the racing season. Bird, fish, and animal attractions generally are among the most popular in the Miami area. At the parrot jungle, scores of beautifully colored parrots, macaws, and cockatoos fly free in the trees. The birds are trained to perform a variety of tricks. They'll eat from your hand and perch on your arms and shoulders for picture-taking purposes. Porpoise are the most popular attraction of Miami's several aquariums. These playful fellows will keep you amused and entertained for hours on end. While you're in Miami, you'll probably want to test your golf game over one of the city's dozen championship courses. So don't forget to bring your golf clubs along. And of course, you'll want to spend some time at the beach. The most popular public beach in the area is this one at Crandon Park, just 20 minutes by car from downtown Miami. Cabanas are available at low rentals in this county-operated park. There's a large amusement area for the youngsters. The park also has complete picnic facilities, extensive playgrounds, and a zoo. Crandon Park is an ideal place for the wife and kiddies to spend the day while Dad is tied up with convention business. In the evening, the entire family may enjoy an open-air band concert in Bayfront Park. Free concerts are held here the year round. Or if you prefer more action, you may find it at Miami Stadium, most modern baseball park in the nation. During the fall months, there's football at the famous Orange Bowl, featuring the colorful University of Miami Hurricanes against the top teams of the land. Yes, whatever your entertainment desire may be, Miami has it. So when you're planning a vacation or convention, think of Miami, the magic city of Florida's Gold Coast.
Fellow Legionnaires, you have just seen a sample of what's in store for us during our 1955 convention in Miami, October 10th through the 13th. I know many of you already are planning to attend the Miami convention. Others, perhaps, still are undecided. If we're going to make this the greatest convention in American Legion history, we have got to get you undecided fellows off the fence and on the convention bandwagon. Florida's governor, the Honorable Leroy Collins, has extended you an invitation, and Joe Adams Convention Corporation is waiting to take your registration. So start planning your trip now, and we'll see you in Miami October 10th through 13th.
where business and pleasure blend with such rare perfection.
Glamour? Yes, that is Miami Beach, a cascade of color and fun, overflowing with things to see and do on vacation for a week, a month, or for a season, summer or winter. These fireworks fade, created only for their brief moment of glory. But the charms of this lovely city that is Miami Beach are eternal, a timeless ocean dimpled by the soft caress of the tropical trade winds, tall white hotels devoted to the comfort of the visitor, smooth sandy beaches shaded by coconut palms. Swimming pools set like gems amid homes, hotels, and apartment buildings wink their welcome to a refreshing dip. Broad avenues traverse the city, many with garlands of flowers along their curves. Scenic waterways lead the eye to spacious vistas, serve as highways for small pleasure craft of all types. Here indeed is an idyllic isle, modern, convenient, and comfortable. Biscayne Bay, one of the most beautiful bodies of water in the world, separates Miami Beach from the Florida mainland. Years ago, it was necessary to sail across, but now the bay is spanned by many causeways. The oldest of these is the Venetian Way that arches from island to island. This and other viaducts now make it a drive of but a few picturesque moments to the mainland. The bay and the waterways, indeed, are as much the way of life at Miami Beach as the ocean. Their shores are lined with homes, spacious villas, and more modest bungalows, ranging in architectural design from colonial Spanish to outdoor modern, but all adapted to take full advantage of a kindly subtropical climate. Living in these surroundings, whether as a place for young people to work and play, or for those who have retired just to play, returns dividends in health and in happiness. At any age, it's easy to have a sun-gilded future in Miami Beach. The patio, like the swimming pool, is a residential institution. To the people who live in Miami Beach, the patio may be simple or elaborate, but always it is a spot where one may enjoy to the fullest those so necessary hours of relaxation. Here are the beaches, favorite gathering place of the young and the young in heart. These too are but a few steps from anywhere in the city. Here the southeast trades caress the palms and gentle wavelets kiss the sands. Here time comes close to standing still, in tune with the lullaby of the sea. Here is a place to dream, to build castles in the sand or in the air. And here too is a place to sharpen the zest of living, to swim, to play, to meet old friends and make new ones. 8 of these beach parks are reserved for your use. In Miami Beach, the vacationer has a choice of literally hundreds of hotels and thousands of apartment buildings. Spring, summer, and fall rates at these lodgings provide some of the world's biggest holiday bargains. These are the popular honeymoon seasons. Even during the busiest midwinter months, you will find modern accommodations in many of the smaller hotels at prices to fit a modest budget. Thousands of visitors find not only economy, but luxury by taking an apartment for the entire winter. Like the hotels, many apartment buildings also provide swimming pools for their guests. Indeed, Miami Beach is a city of swimming pools. There are 2 big municipal pools in city parks. There are pools at many homes. There is a pool, sometimes 2, at every large hotel, many overlooking the blue reaches of the Atlantic. Swimming pools are a center of social life, where the sun decks may be used for an outdoor breakfast or lunch, or between meal snacks, or may be cleared for informal dances for the young people during an afternoon or a romantically moonlit evening. In this island city, one lives next to the out-of-doors. But never forget that Miami Beach is a city. The gold of a glorious sunset may signal the end of a perfect day, but it also means the beginning of a night that may be filled, if one chooses, with music and dancing and entertainment. Perhaps there will be a symphony concert during an evening, or a variety show in the municipal auditorium, or even the circus. Always, there are the nightclubs, gay with the lilting rhythms of the latest dance tunes, sparkling with the song and patter of stars whose names you know. You have your choice of many clubs, some big and elaborate where miladies' furs and formals will not be out of place. Others more intimate, more personal, and certainly just as much fun. At any time of the year, there are special attractions at Miami Beach. Long noted for its beautiful bathing girls, it is particularly fitted that beauty pageants are a part of the holiday scene. Some may be for local or regional titles, others for national and international honors. You may be part of the audience at one of these, while the rest of the world follows it on television or through the picture pages of magazines and newspapers. Being present in person, we think, is much the best. Another feature of the pageantry is the annual Orange Bowl Festival, staged during the Christmas-New Year week. Words are indeed inadequate to describe the color and drama of all the events blended to make this great outdoor show. Northern weather at this season serves to accent the tropical witchery of these enchanting latitudes. The crowd of nearly 80,000 that fills the Orange Bowl for football brings no blankets. Indeed, on New Year's Day, a spring frock is the mode, and jackets come off in the warm afternoon sun. Always a part of Orange Bowl week is the King Orange Jamboree, an hours-long parade of glittering floats bearing pretty swimsuit-clad girls, of smart marching units drilling with precision, of bands playing martial airs, and of people who are kids again, watching, exclaiming, applauding, and happy. Orange Bowl events fittingly make use of the waterways, too. These are scenes from the Orange Bowl Regatta, featuring speedboats ranging in size from tiny outboards to big, powerful hydroplanes. Boat racing, however, is by no means limited to festival week. Other regattas are held during the year. Ocean sailing races attract the finest of blue water skippers and craft. Racing of another type starts here in November and is carried on until late April. 3 beautiful tracks, Tropical, Hialeah, and Gulfstream, serve vacationers in Miami Beach. This all-winter thoroughbred circuit attracts the finest stables and jockeys and features 3 $100,000 stakes plus many purses of $25,000 and up. Certainly one can find no more beautiful surroundings for the sport of kings than these lushly landscaped parks. And surely no finer standard of horse racing exists anywhere. Horse racing is one of 3 pari-mutuel sports in the Miami Beach area. Greyhound racing has its devotees, its own special brand of appeal. Each evening the dogs are running, finds thousands out to cheer their favorites and perhaps to cash in on a long shot. Third of the pari-mutuel sports is Hialeah. This old Spanish game is played on big 3-walled courts called frontons. It is one of the world's fastest games, can be played by 2, 4, or 6 at a time. Racing, parades, pageants, and other spectacles are but part of the many highlights that make a Miami Beach vacation so memorable. Anytime the visitor tires of relaxing in the sun, cheering the horse he picked as the best, or turning night into day at the clubs, he can go sightseeing. We are sorry we cannot take you to all the interesting places in and around Miami Beach, but we will try to show you a couple of the many very popular spots and invite you to explore the others on your next visit. Next to skin and scuba diving, the best way to see some of the strange underwater life of the surrounding tropical seas is a trip to the nearby seaquarium. Here you will watch the porpoise, friendly aquatic mammals, as they leap high in the air for a tasty morsel. You will see them jump through hoops, Cavort half in, half out of the water. And leaving the outdoor porpoise pool, you get a nose-to-nose inspection of strange and fascinating creatures. Some of these you may actually catch on the nearby coral reefs and keep in your own saltwater aquarium. Turning from sea to land, we find the tropics just as colorful above the ground as below the water. In the parrot jungle, you are introduced to the hyacinth macaw. Here in this natural South Florida jungle are gathered many birds you would have to travel all the tropical world to see. The macaws fly freely, gleaming in the sun. The flamingo, one of nature's most grotesque but graceful creations, parades for delighted camera fans. To so many Americans, a day, a week, or a month off means just that much time for golf. Miami Beach maintains 2 18-hole public golf courses where all visitors are welcomed. At Bayshore and at Normandy Shores, you drive down green fairways lined with palms. You will approach smooth greens with perhaps an hibiscus flowering off to the side. At Flamingo Park, the Good Neighbor Championships are played each spring. Here, too, are held the Orange Bowl Junior Individual and the Orange Cup Team Championships, recognized as the class events for young players in world competition. Except for these tourneys, the courts are yours for vacation fun or year-round sport. Turning again from land to water, the fisherman will say, we have saved the best for last. Again, here is exciting, healthy, outdoors summer fun for everyone, be it January or June. Many visitors come to Miami Beach just for the fishing, and many residents have come for the same reason. Ah, that leap, that flaring dorsal fin spells sailfish, one of the greatest fighters and one of the most beautiful trophies of the sea. He doesn't give up easily. He's game to the last. Bring him aboard if you want to have him mounted, for he's a beauty. But if you do not want him for your den or office wall, turn him loose. Let him live, perhaps to fight another day. He's a sportsman. Treat him like a sportsman. Are the sails, the marlin, and the tuna the greatest of fishing thrills? This we cannot say. But there are many who wouldn't trade a dozen sails for one good tarpon on light tackle, or one speedy bonefish burning across the flats of Biscayne Bay. Now, regretfully, we must close our picture of Miami Beach. We believe you will like the city for a week, a month, or for a long, long lifetime. We believe you will find its outdoors, its schools, its playgrounds, a fine place in which your children may grow to manhood and womanhood. We hope you will visit us, experience for yourself the mild, year-long summertime, the peaceful days of lazing in the sun, gay hours afloat on the shore, the dreamy enchantment of a tropical evening with a bright, bright moon riding high and serene above the palms.
That's about it for this edition of Rewind. Just time to remind you that Rewind features historical film and video from the Lynn and Lewis Wolfson II Florida Moving Image Archives. To see more from the Wolfson Archives collections, visit our website, wolfsonarchives.org. You can search the archives catalog and watch video online. And be sure to connect to our YouTube channel, where you will find hundreds of carefully curated clips, or link to the Wolfson Archives Facebook page to keep up with our busy calendar of historical happenings. Until next time, I'm Rene Ramos. Thanks for watching.